Hey guys, LQ here with the LQ review, and I'm back with another review of Doom Patrol. This is my review for the episode of Doom Patrol titled Jane Patrol. What is this, episode 8, episode 9? Somewhere in that area. Jane Patrol. And this involves one of Jane's personalities, Karen, getting pulled down into the underground. The underground is where all of Jane's 64 different personalities live. And Karen gets pulled down into the underground, and it's there that we learn that Jane is not wanting to go back to the real world. She doesn't want to go back. She's afraid of what'll happen if she goes back. She's got some daddy issues. She's got some issues with the way that she feels about Cliff, the way she feels about the team. One of her personalities, Penny Farthing, even mentioned, things started to go sideways when you were talking to Cliff and you got hope. You finally received hope, and that's when things started to go wrong. So Jane has reasons for not wanting to go back, and Cliff is put into her brain. He's put into the underground by Negative Man, and I really like that component of this episode. When Cliff is in the brain, when Cliff is in the underground, he doesn't look like a robot anymore. He doesn't look like Robot Man anymore. It's Brendan Fraser. So that was all great. Let's talk about the good. And obviously, having Brendan Fraser not just as a voice, but as a person in this episode was very nice. As a child of the 80s, as a child of the 90s, I've got a lot of nostalgia for Brendan Fraser, right? George of the Jungle, the Mummy movies. So it's great seeing him back on screen, especially in a role like this where he gets to be kind of dirty, kind of, kind of a scummy character. Like Han Solo, we like scum, right? And Brendan Fraser definitely embodies that in Doom Patrol. He's definitely a scummy type character, but like Han Solo with a heart of gold. So I loved him in this show. The Underground was very entertaining. It was a very unique vision. This would have never made it into a movie, because it is so unique. It is so kind of out there. It's completely different from anything you see in comic book movies or shows right now. The CW shows get a little out there now, but this is a different beast altogether. This is characters inhabiting the subconscious of another character and wandering around it like it's a whole other world. So all that's fascinating, and all that I really liked. Funny enough, I really like the Karen character. I really still like Karen. She's hilarious, and I think that she plays a bigger part in Jane's psyche than Jane would like to admit. I think that Jane likes to have Hammerhead out front. The Hammerhead kind of being that one of those number one personalities, because Hammerhead is so abrasive. So Hammerhead puts up that wall, right? Hammerhead literally is the one that put Cliff in the prison cell in this episode. Hammerhead's all about walls. Whereas Karen is more about being accepting and opening herself up to others. She's got a really messed up way of going about it sometimes. She's kooky. She's not playing a full deck. But yeah, I think that Karen plays a bigger part of the psyche than Jane would like to admit. And I don't think it's an accident that Karen was in the jail cell and then Karen was released from that jail cell. I think that there was definitely some metaphor going on there for what's going on in Jane's head. Driver 8, I don't know why, I really like Driver 8. I like the idea of this conductor of this train taking characters to the forefront of Jane's subconscious, or to the forefront of Jane's consciousness, kind of being the driver of Jane's body. So Driver 8 takes the characters to the driver's seat, if you will. But Driver 8 never wants to sit in the driver's seat. She's perfectly happy being on that train. And I love how Driver 8, when Cliff first showed up, Driver 8 was like, yeah, I'll make some calls. Like, she's all helpful. And then she calls Hammerhead and gives Cliff the bird. And so Driver 8, I don't know why. I really liked it. I'm not quite sure why some characters have Jane's physical looks and some characters don't have Jane's physical looks. I don't really care about that so much. It would have been nice to have a little explanation as to why that is, but you know, that doesn't really bother me. um, got a little creepy at the end of the episode with the three sisters. There was some bad CGI there, but you know, that can be forgiven because we are talking about a TV show that has a low budget. But I don't know. Stylistically, I wonder if there was some different ways they could have done that and without it being so jarring. You know, that kind of took me out of the show for a minute. And then the whole idea of the well. The Meredith character was really interesting. This is a character that went into the well and didn't make it. And the idea of going into this well and the three sisters wanting her to go into the well was definitely creepy, and it was definitely unique in itself. But let's talk about Penny Farthing. She was probably my favorite character of the episode. I like Karen a lot. I don't like Hammerhead. I don't know. I don't know. But Penny Farthing was great. And Penny Farthing is this character who runs from danger, doesn't want to be in the driver's seat of Jane's body. She runs. But when it was time to get things done and protect the primary personality, Penny did what she had to do. So I like that. I like the Penny character. I like the actress that played her. I don't know who the actress was, but she did a very good performance. This was now let's talk about the Doom Patrol themselves. You know, Rita's in it for just a couple minutes. Cyborg's in it for just a couple minutes. You know, Negative Man, while he plays a big role in this movie as far as connecting Cliff with Jane's mind, barely in it. So, you know, there isn't much Doom Patrol presence. This was very much a Cliff and Jane-centric episode, which is fine by me because they're by far my two favorite characters in the show. And they brought it. So this has been one of my favorite episodes of Doom Patrol. I loved it. Just the underground, the idea of the underground. I hope we get to spend more time there and more time with these characters, the different personalities of Jane's subconscious. I hope we get to spend more time with them because I liked being in the underground. I liked seeing what that world was like, and I liked exploring it. When Penny was walking Cliff around, I liked exploring it. It was fun. It was different, and I hope we get to see more of that. So great episode of a great series, and you know, I hope that you know, I think there's only 5 more episodes or so left, and of this season, and I hope that they bring it. I hope that they really are able to stick this landing, and end this season on a strong note because it's been so strong. You know, the season itself has been so strong. Want to see more of Mr. Nobody. Want to see more of the Chief, and I hope that they wrap those stories up well at the end. But overall, this has been great, and this was a great episode of a great season. So, what do you think of this episode of Doom Patrol, entitled Jane Patrol? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, thank you for being here at the Oki Review, where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. And until next time, thanks a lot.